Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Bird's Eye View and I'm Aditi Kamingo. On this channel, we speak about different self-development strategies and try to dissect them and make them habitable for our own lives. So let's begin. Are you familiar with the term Monday blues? क्या आपने कभी Monday blues खुद experience किया है? Did you ever experience thinking about everything that you want to get done, but when you looked at your clock, the day was over and it was time to call it a night? Have you ever been called lazy? Or have you ever found yourself thinking that you're such a procrastinator? If yes, this video is for you. In this video, we are going to learn different strategies to overcome procrastination and laziness and optimize our life in the best way possible. Before I begin with this video, I'd request my viewers to hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon so that every time I publish a new video, you get notified of it. So without any further ado, let's begin. So ये procrastination का क्या मतलब है? ये word बड़ा भयानक सा लगता है सुनने में. इसको क्या कहते हैं? So in layman's language, procrastination और laziness का मतलब है हम जब किसी काम को या किसी डिसीजन को लेने में कतराते हैं, उसको डिले करते हैं. When we delay taking an action or a decision, we step into the zone of procrastination. बट सिर्फ एक बार डिले करने से हम प्रोक्रेस्टिनेटर नहीं कहलाते हैं. ये जब एक पैटर्न बन जाता है तब हम प्रोक्रेस्टिनेटर बन जाते हैं. बट ये पैटर्न आखिर बनता क्यों है? हम क्यों डिले करेंगे? मेरे लास्ट वीडियो में मैंने कहा था कि कोई भी चीज़, कोई भी स्ट्रगल हमारे लाइफ में जो हम फेस करते हैं, इट्स नॉट अ कॉज, इट्स अ सिम्टम. उस सिम्टम का कोई कॉज होता है. जैसे फीवर अगर हमें हो जाता है तो फीवर का कुछ कॉज है. शायद हमने कोरोना का वायरस इंजेस्ट किया हो या कॉमन कोल्ड का वायरस इंजेस्ट किया हो या कुछ और हमें दिक्कत हो बॉडी में, एंड फीवर इज अ मैकेनिज्म विथ विच बॉडी इज राइजिंग इट्स टेम्परेचर टू फाइट ऑफ दैट वायरस. सिमिलरली जब हमारे लाइफ में चीज़ें इधर उधर बिखरी होती है तो इस तरीके से लाइफ हमें सिम्टम्स दिखाती है कि ये ले लो एक चैलेंज, वो ले लो एक चैलेंज, ताकि हमारा ध्यान आए इस चीज़ पे कि नहीं कुछ तो गड़बड़ है और हम इसको सॉल्व करने में लग जाए. सिमिलरली प्रोक्रास्टिनेशन या फिर लेजीनेस इज अ सिम्टम and there is a cause behind that symptom. There are primarily two reasons, according to me, which motivates people to become lazy. First thing, perfectionism. The second reason is priority or prioritization. कोई भी इंसान लेजी बन के पैदा नहीं होता है. कोई भी इंसान अपने हर एक एस्पेक्ट में लाइफ की जो भी एस्पेक्ट्स है, जैसे वर्क हो गया, रिलेशनशिप, रिक्रिएशन, एट्सेट्रा एट्सेट्रा, हर एक जो चीज़ है हमारे लाइफ में, हर चीज़ में कोई लेजी नहीं होता है. वो सिलेक्टिवली किसी चीज़ में लेजी होंगे, किसी चीज़ में नहीं. सो नाउ दैट वी हैव जस्टिफाइड लेजीनेस और प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन, डज इट मीन दैट वी हैव टू कंटिन्यू विद इट? नो. सो दिस मॉडल I have derived out of this theory or this concept called Eisenhower matrix. I have fine-tuned it a little bit so that it fits my life well, and that is the purpose of this channel, right? To take concepts and to make it habitable to our own lives. On your screen now, you will see that there is an image, and I call this matrix productivity matrix, personal productivity matrix. Now this matrix has 4 sections or 4 stages, and we all go through it. It's common for everyone. It might differ slightly from one person to another, but the stages remain same for everyone. So the first stage is what I call the survival stage. What is this stage? This stage has activities that are essential, that are urgent in nature, that you need to do right now, but they are not very impactful in your life. They are not going to turn your life upside down in a positive way, or downside up rather. But if you don't do it, it is going to have a major negative impact on your life. So it doesn't have a positive impact, but not doing it has a negative impact. What are some of these activities? Take for example, house cleaning. Okay, so there are a lot of people who do not like to spend time cleaning around themselves. Everyone is not Monica from Friends who would enjoy the cleaning process. They might not have enough time, not have enough energy, and they just despise doing it. But if they don't do it for a long enough time, the amount of dust that's going to accumulate in the house is going to create diseases in your body, and it's going to make living really uncomfortable. Or it's going to make your mother really angry. Your mother might come into your room and say, is this a pigsty or is this your room? and you have to save yourself from your mother's beating. So what do you do in those cases? Do you do it or do you not do it? Kare ya na kare. Another example can be ad hoc work that comes in your day-to-day life. So you are working, you have your plan set, you have your to-do list. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a work comes that is a menial, that's not really critical, but it needs to be done. It's time bound. It needs to be addressed urgently. However, you did not plan for it. It's not even in your calendar. How anxious are you going to feel about it when too many of such tasks come into your day and you are unable to focus on the rest of the work? It's going to feel like, what should I do? If I don't do it, then also it's a problem. If I do it, then also I won't enjoy it. So these kind of activities, I prefer to do it first thing in the morning. That is, eat the frog in the first hour of the day. Why should we do it in the first hour of the day, or get it done, get it out of your way, even if it's not the first hour of the day, just get it done. Why? Because there is no other way out of it. You have to get it done. So instead of pondering upon it, instead of delaying it, parking it, and keeping it for the end of your day, what will happen is constantly it will play in your mind that अरे कुछ तो है, मुझे तो ये करना है. ये स्ट्रेस हमेशा हमें अंदर से खा जाएगा कि करना है, ये चीज़ें करना है, पता नहीं कब करूँगी. So this stress is always there, and the feeling of that stress is not very good for the other stuff that we have to get done. So once we pass the first stage of survival by doing the bare minimum, and just taking it out of your way, the second stage is what I call efficiency and productivity stage. What is this stage? This stage consists of activities that are urgent in nature, they are time bound, but they have a really positive impact on your life if you do it. So they are meaningful, they are important to you. At the same time, it's time bound. What are some of those activities? An example can be reskilling. So I'm sure you guys have heard in today's budget discussion that reskilling, upskilling is gaining traction not only in corporate world but also in the bureaucratic and government world, and it's a nationwide scheme that's going to run. Why so much fuss about reskilling and upskilling? Because everyone is now realizing that the world is moving at a very fast pace, and in order to be capable enough to walk with the world, you need to power up yourself with the necessary tools so that you can add value to your life and add value to your society. Why do I put it in this stage? Suppose you have to take a course. Maybe you have to take a course in data science, for example. You thought that it's important, yeah, I have to do it. But you also thought that I will not do it now. I have too much work. Let me do it 2 years later. 2 years later, I'll have time. I'll be free enough. Then I will think about it. Then I'll do it. That's the age to do it. Right now, I'm just new in job. Let me just sail through. But what happens when you wait for so long is, apart from data science, you will have 10 more additional skills that you have to learn to cope up with the world, which will happen 2 years down the line. So there will be too many things that you have to learn at that point of time if you delay the decision of upskilling and don't do it immediately. So I put it in this bracket. And if you do it immediately, the impact that it's going to have in your career, in your profession is going to be immense. Similarly, another activity can be completing a key project at work. So everyone gets different projects when they are working. It can be client related or it can be any other thing. So these things have a timeline to it. Every project has a time and you have to do the project in that time itself. So when you free your mind in the first stage from activities that you despise, that you loathe, but you have to do it, you have suddenly a lot of free space to think creatively for your important work that needs to get done. Similar example can be exercising. Exercising is also time bound. If you wait to adapt to a healthy lifestyle, then down the line you will have more diseases, you will have more issues in your body, and then it will be more difficult to start an exercise regime. So it's better that you start right now. So now we are over with the second stage. What is the third stage? The third stage is what I call strategic excellence. Now, it sounds really fancy, but it's not. What are these activities? These activities are important in your life. It will have really good impact on your life, but it's not urgent. It's not time bound. So these are generally long-term goals that you slowly reach. You cannot reach it in one shot or in a fortnight. What are those activities that can come in this group? The example of networking is coming in my mind right now. Networking is so crucial, right? Everybody talks about how you should have a good network, your net worth is your network, and all these things. It's so crucial. But What we do when we hear these things, we go on LinkedIn, we add a bunch of random people, we send them messages, and we think that, yeah, we are networking. But that's not how it works. Networking takes its own sweet time. It will take a lot of nurturing, it will take a lot of effort from your end, slow effort from your end, and eventually it will reach to a stage at a later point in your life when it's going to give back to you, but it's not immediate. Similarly, you can think about planning strategy for your work. So right now, all of us are in a stage where appraisal cycle is at the beginning or it has already begun. Now, anyway, you do probably a goal setting for your work, that is formal goal setting that you do. You have your own targets and everything, but you should also have a game plan for this financial year that is very personal to you, and it is essential for your professional growth. Why? Because um, the entire financial year, when you're working, there will be some good times and some bad times. And in those bad times, when challenges are coming your way from everywhere and you don't know what to do or where to look, you can look at the plan. You can see where you are right now, where you want to be according to the plan, what is not letting you get there, and you can address those issues accordingly. So, having an annual plan for your work life can come in this stage 3. But again, I've kept it in stage 3. The reason being that if we are doing it very frequently, then it doesn't remain a plan, right? Of course, plans need tweaking every now and then. But if you revisit it or if you do this every month or so, then you become overwhelmed by it all. And it just doesn't have that same impact as it should. So I've kept it in stage 3. It allows you to have strategic excellence in each and every field of your life, allows you to take a step back, look at where you are, look at the plan that you want to follow, and accordingly take the steps for the next of the year. And the last stage is what I call the wasteland. Now, the name is a little controversial, but I have did and I have faced it and I have learned from it. So, what kind of activities would come here? These activities are those which give us a dopamine impact, which makes us happy suddenly, for a short term. But after that happiness wears off, you start going down. It has a diminishing impact, and anything which has a diminishing impact, it is not good for you, because it will only feel good for a little while and then it will make you feel bad for a whole lot of time. So why do we do that? Why do we get into these kind of activities? Reason is, we when we are stressed, when we are having too much on our plate, we just want a little bit of recluse from that. We want some refuge from our daily challenges. And these things, suppose, television series, binge watching them, food ordering apps, then gossiping with maybe colleagues or with friends or with whoever. For that short time, it takes our mind away from what we are dealing with and gives us a little bit of peace and pleasure. But once we have crossed that threshold, it starts going downhill. So, what do we do with these kind of activities? Do we chop it off from our life? Do we brutally remove them? No. So, here, what I follow is the lean method. What is this lean method? You might have all heard of it. This is a buzzword. In the lean method, while I'm improving continuously in the first 3 stages of the matrix, I try to also slowly but progressively reduce my consumption of these activities. So, for example, if I'm doing everything right in the first 3 stages, well, almost, let's not be a perfectionist, 80, 70, 80% we are doing it. Now, when we come to the fourth stage activities, say ordering food online because we are tired, we do it now and then and we accept it as part of life. But if we are ordering food which are taken from outside, if we are ordering maybe 10 times in a month, let us do it for 8 times. Once we achieve 8 times, let us reduce it further to 6 times. And eventually we'll slowly come down step by step. If we remove it altogether, if we uninstall all food delivery apps on our phone, one day it will be good, second day it will be good, third day we will feel like, I should not have done that. This was not a right decision. I'm not happy with this. Then what is the next thing that we are going to do? Is we are going to go to the Play Store, we are going to reinstall those, and we are going to order whatever we want to do, whatever we want to order. Now, what is the impact of this? When we brutally chop off things that we feel are wasteful, we end up going back to them. But when we are going back to them, what we are telling our mind is, your decision does not matter. Your intention does not matter. Life will go on like it is going on. You do not have any control over it. And when you start feeling like that unconsciously, it's not a conscious feeling, it's an unconscious feeling, you start to not have any control on your life. You unconsciously feel that, if I don't think so I'll be able to do this. I don't think so I'll be able to quit smoking. I don't think so I'll be able to exercise. I don't have any control, self control. Why this is happening is because you are deviating from your own decision every time. If you do it well, in number of times, not every time, maybe once or twice, your brain is intelligent enough to get the hint. So instead of doing that, remove things from your life which you feel are wasteful, slowly and steadily. Now, how it's going to overall impact your life? When you are so involved in the first three stages, you are anyway leading a well balanced life. Your mind starts working at a different level. You have less things that stresses you. You have more amount of work that you are getting done efficiently. You are not having any pending actions or decisions. So slowly you start building a healthy lifestyle. And once you do that, and when you reach the fourth stage, in from that mindset or from that perspective, you will yourself control these urges. You will feel that the progress that you've made throughout, you won't want to give it away just for a meal's pleasure, right? Just for few moments of pleasure, few moments of happiness. You will not give it away, and that's where you build that resilience in yourself. I hope that this video was helpful to my viewers, to you, and I hope that you are able to implement it in some way or the other in your lives and get some positive results out of it. If you do that, I would love to learn your experiences, maybe in the comment section, or maybe you can connect with me on LinkedIn. My ID will be linked below. I look forward to hearing your feedback on the same. So this is it for today, for this video. I'll see you again in my next video. I request you to subscribe to my channel and to press the like button and share it with your network so that I feel more motivated to churn out more such content and more frequently as well. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.